What exactly is green architecture? The term green can be subjective. Sure, a building with some plants on it can be useful at providing some natural cooling, but that doesn't necessarily make it a good example of green architecture. Brenda and Robert Vale provide a good explanation of this in their book, Green Architecture, Designed for an Energy-Conscious Future, 1991. To paraphrase, the green approach is not new and has existed since people decided to have a south-facing cave over a north-facing cave. But the definition of green has evolved over time to include a more holistic approach, an approach that keeps the structure's resource use and sustainability in mind at all stages. Brenda and Robert Vale also lay out some principles green architecture should follow. Principles such as conserving energy, working with climate, minimizing new resources, respect for users, respect for site, and holism. For something to be green, it should incorporate all of these principles in a holistic way. What relation does green architecture have with sustainability in Hawaii? First, let me establish what I'm referring to when I say sustainability. Sustainability can take on a lot of forms. For the purpose of this video, I'll be sticking to the framework of the 3 E's of sustainability. This framework stresses the importance of balancing environment, economy, and equity to provide a sustainable environment for current and future generations. For more on this, you can take a look at this video. Sustainability in Hawaii faces challenges in balancing all 3 of the E's. In terms of the environment, there's only so much land that can be used in Hawaii due to the fact that it is a chain of islands. The environment is under constant stress due to a large focus on economy. One of Hawaii's biggest industries is the tourist industry. This industry has historically and continues to utilize large portions of land and natural resources. The land is forever changed and cost of living in those areas is exponentially increased. Equity then takes a huge hit as people of Hawaii lose their connection to the land. Culturally significant places are lost, access to resources restricted, and their communities are displaced. If you take a look back at the principles of green architecture, you can see how they can help support and balance all 3 of the E's of sustainability. Presently, in my opinion, there are a few places that embody the full meaning of green architecture in Hawaii. But historically, Native Hawaiians use a system called the Ahapua'a system. In this system, structures were built around the land so as to maintain it, but for it to also provide enough resources. This system was truly a green architecture, but it'd be hard to implement this kind of system as it was in today's world, as we rely on very different types of resources. That doesn't mean we still can't implement some of these aspects into our structures. Now, if you were to search up green architecture buildings in Hawaii, you might get results that refer to LEED certified buildings. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. And LEED is a rating system used around the world to rate how efficient and resourceful a building is. What these ratings fail to do is rate the equity or social aspect of the building. Ward Village in Kaka'ako, Hawaii is an example of this. This was a development project that aimed to create an all-inclusive planned community. Some of the buildings here hold the highest LEED rating, Platinum. But to build this project, the area was completely changed, and culturally significant areas reduced to small plots of land surrounded by high-rises. Also, materials for the high-rises had to be outsourced, as Hawaii lacks the manufacturing industries to support these kind of projects. To make matters worse, the average cost of the units within the area are way higher than most locals can afford. There are some units priced for affordability, but even those units are still quite expensive. These design choices are where I feel this development project fails to maintain the principles of green architecture. A project that I feel embodied green architecture very well was the development of Kaupuni Village on Oahu. Completed in 2011, this was the first net zero energy affordable housing community in Hawaii. Like Ward Village, this community was also certified as LEED Platinum. But where Ward Village fails, Kaupuni Village does not. This housing project provided affordable and energy-efficient homes, specifically for Native Hawaiians, and modeled itself after the Ahapua'a system. Each home utilized recycled materials, energy-efficient appliances, and renewable energy sources. Aquaponics were also installed, which allowed homeowners to raise fish and grow vegetables. There was even a community resource center established, which allowed for more agriculture, aquaculture, education, and large spaces for community to meet and practice their culture. The design acts for this project all follow the principles of green architecture. Another place that I think that implements green architecture well is the Center for Hawaiian Studies at the University of Hawaii, Manoa. This structure was built around the land along the Manoa Stream. The lo'i, taro patch, was maintained and used for teaching traditional Hawaiian farming. Materials were locally sourced, such as the lava rocks and koa wood. The design also incorporates techniques that allow for natural cooling and lighting. Lastly, the buildings themselves provide a place to share knowledge. These design choices once again follow the principles of green architecture. With this, you can start to see that it's possible to create a more sustainable Hawaii that follows the systems Native Hawaiians have historically used while it's still implementing the requirements of the world as it is today. A system that not only achieves net zero energy efficiency and LEED certification, but also enables and protects Native Hawaiian culture. By developing more communities that truly incorporate green architecture, we can improve the environmental, economical, and cultural sustainability of Hawaii and its people. In closing, I'd like to leave you with some questions to think about. What does green architecture in Hawaii look like to you? In terms of improving sustainability, do you think green architecture is a viable approach?